Yo, what's up? Semen retention. Are you retaining? Yo, if you ain't retaining, get the fuck out of here, man. I only fuck with people. If you're on YouTube and you're retaining, then I fuck with you. If you're on YouTube and you're not retaining, uh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just came here to hit record, man. I was feeling inspired. I saw Jesus Caught Fire and Life of Hicks's live today, bruh. It was too litty. It was too litty. Everyone at the SRC got together. Oh, that shit was too good, man. Oh man, I just wanted to come here and say hi. And yeah, I was thinking about it. Thinking about it here. We got 11 subscribers right now. So you guys are like the top 10. You guys are like the top 10 in this channel. So every time I talk now, I just imagine, it's like a room or in my vicinity with 11 people. That's a lot of people. So I always imagine, whenever I think about video ideas, I imagine in a conference room with the guys. It's like 11 of you guys. So appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Shout out to all the retainers, bro. Shout out to all the retainers. Man, I had a gentleman ask me today about the mindset. And it kind of struck me because I was thinking, oh hey, I'm in day 172, but I used to be that guy who would struggle at day 30 a lot. I used to be the guy who would hit day 30 pretty okay and then just fall. So yeah, it got me thinking about mindset. I always preach breaking down your days and keeping yourself busy, but I guess the other thing I can do is talk about a contingency plan, because I don't know how everyone else is, but I'm a really introspective guy. So anything I do, I analyze it after. So for me, the way I had the plan set up was every time I had the urge, I knew that the kind of guy I am, I kind of work like a traffic signal. Like, I could say that one thing led to another, but if I do something, at the end of the day, it comes from my green signal, So all the times I fell and relapsed, it was from my own green signal. And that's something that I feel like a lot of retainers, or at least YouTube retainers, I feel like they're kind of in denial of that, which is that a lot of times when you relapse, the green light is from your own actions, because that was the case with me. So that's kind of what I used. That's what I used whenever I had the urges. Is just because if I had the urge, then you need to see the choice as yours. You need to realize that the brain will act out on its own if you don't direct it. It's like a boat with no sail. So it'll just react to whatever stress you're feeling in the environment, or it'll just react to whatever social situation is. But the real challenge that I think people my age, I'm 97, I'm borderline Gen Z millennial. So I claim to be Gen Z because Gen Z got that shit litty, man. I'd rather be Gen Z than a millennial, bruh. That's just facts. We're just too talented, man. I just feel like, and that's where I want to give a shout out to Mark the Mentor, or Mr. Keep It Simple, because he really said it with his chest. And it was nice to see someone older give props to Gen Z, because Gen Z needs to hear that. I don't think Gen Z realize just how talented they are. They're probably the most talented generation. Like, big facts. Like where humanity is in history and where Gen Z is situated with all the technology and information that's available, Gen Z can usher in the first generation. The Gen Z can be the first generation to start that utopia. Like, that's how talented I think they are. That's how capable I think Gen Z is. And I really mean it when I say that. So I feel that people my age and younger, you guys can't underestimate yourself. You guys got to give yourself credit. You guys got to have that self-esteem to control your mind. So when the urges come, you can't fall. You can't drown in it. You can't drown in those you can't drown to some chemicals, man. You're a guy with a spirit. You're a guy with like the Holy Spirit. So you can't just let chemicals get the best of you. So the way I like to imagine is I think in pictures. So I just like to I like to picture myself facing the void when I have the urges. It sounds a little crazy, but I do that because I'm facing the void, and the void is me. It's like the darkness is just my shortcomings, you know. So I like to face that void, and I try. I've been succeeding so far, thanks to God. But yeah, I've been trying to just walk away whenever those urges come. I do not entertain that thought, because I was such an MACC. I had so much ELP, and porn had such a big grasp on me. Like, you don't even understand. Like, after grade 10 or even grade 9, grade 8 onwards, you know, it was crazy to say, but porn was just a part of my life, you know. So like I've been watching porn and like wanting to bang chicks since like grade 7, which looking back just feels weird. Like, it's weird that it's weird that I was like that, but at the same time, what's weirder is it's normal in society. People don't talk about it. But yeah, man, like, that's how I handle it. I just like to walk away from that thought, man. And you gotta make sure cold showers. I've heard cold showers is an accounted and documented way to get your mind out of things. Cold showers go a long way. And then what I like to do is I also like to leave rooms. I like to leave my setting. If the urges are really bad, excuse me. When you leave a room, it makes a psychological shift. So leaving a room helps. I like to sometimes have my phone downstairs when I'm doing schoolwork upstairs. So that's another thing I do. So yeah, man, like, if you guys have the mindset question is, I can only give answers in examples and in steps, because my life experience is only 23 years. And if there's anyone older watching, comment away if there's anything else you can add. But that's what I think is, when you're facing the urges, you're facing the music, you know? When you're facing the urges, don't get overwhelmed, because your brain is a brain of habit. So don't get overwhelmed when you're facing urges, because your brain is used to one thing and it's just going to tell you to do what's comfortable, because as it's a function of nature to want less resistance. And the other thing I would say is, yeah, don't get overwhelmed when you're facing the urges. Rather, I would say, look at it positively. I love urges because I like to transform that into something else. You know, it's one thing to say it, but it's gotten to a point where the more schoolwork I do and the more busy I keep myself, that energy doesn't even become an urge, because I'm already spending my energy, you know? If you're getting urges, it could be a sign that you're just sitting on your ass, man. Like, real talk. If you're sitting on your ass as a retainer and you're getting urges, then don't look at it in a negative way. Look at it as a way that your body's telling you that you've been sitting on your ass for too long. You gotta get up and fucking move, man. Like, you seriously have to ask yourself, because now I'm getting mad. You seriously have to ask yourself, if you want to be the best version of yourself, and if you want to retain, and if you want to be hard, then you can't succumb to just some urges, you know? Easier said than done, because I've been there. But back then I used to look at it in a negative way. I used to look, oh, I'm getting urges, it's so hard. Nah, bruh, nah. If you're getting urges, first of all, be happy you're getting urges. The urges are good. That's energy that your body's letting you know, like, use it right now. Use that energy right fucking now. Real shit. And then the other thing I'd say is, some people, there's a lot of vaccine talk going on these days, but one common thing with vaccine is you initially feel weak because the biologists say that's the phase where your body is building the resistance. So if you're facing urge, that's what your brain is going through. Your brain is going through the changes, that's why I say don't get so negative. Don't be so negative about urges, because if I'm getting an urge, that just tells me that I'm making progress. That just tells me that I'm walking uphill, because when you walk uphill, it's not comfortable compared to just walking flat or going downhill. So that's all I gotta say. That's all I had in mind. I got finals tomorrow, man. I got finals tomorrow. So just out for a walk. I saw a bunch of folks from the SRC. They're always making content, so motivated me to put some content out there too. But shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to Introvert Gang. Shout out to Lion Coalition, Panda Nation. Shout out to us, to the Semen Retention Club. Man, it's a great. And listen, guys, like, I'm happy for everyone who encounters this online, because for Gen Z, pornography and sexual addiction is it has a grip on our life without us even knowing it, because it's been designed to do that. Like, it has a grip on our life because we're the biggest consumers of the internet. So how other way are they going to keep the masses down, you know? So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Talked a bit about urges, and that question on mindset was really good. So I just wanted to kind of lay it down how I've been approaching it so far. Gave me decent success. But the other thing I also like to do is I don't like right now, the way I see it is the real retainers on YouTube. It's like we're beside each other and we're fighting that fight, you know. Like, this is something that's bigger than us. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get to heaven, man. So when you put all those things together, then all of a sudden, I don't think that pleasure that I get from masturbation doesn't really seem that appealing to me, to be honest with you. Like, I want to be 95 years old and I want to see my grandkids run around and play, man. I want them running at me with the same innocence that I want to have for the rest of my life, you know? Like, you can't wish goodness and just jack your life away, you know? Like, there's a reason if you want good things in life, you have to build towards it. So yeah, man, semen retention goes really deep for me, because it's such a ticket. It's such a ticket for Gen Z to overcome this fear and insecurity that a lot of us have when it comes to tackling the real world. Because I've seen that. I've experienced that. I've experienced that post-high school kind of contrast where life isn't what it seems and adult life is different. Adult life is more work, you know. So just to face that, semen retention is such a big ticket. And what I'm grateful for is it's not just a ticket to build you up for it. It's a ticket to make you excel in that work. So I'm very passionate about it, because it's been fixing my psyche so much. And I owe a lot in my life to God and semen retention. So yeah, man, it's the warrior. You know who it is. Day 172. I'll see. I'm busy this week, obviously, but of course, day 190 check-in, God willing. Day 200 check-in, God willing. And throughout, you know, if I keep getting motivated, you know, your boy, I'm always here. I'll leave an email in the description so you guys can reach out. And yeah, man, SR Warrior checking out. Take care, guys. God bless.